welcome to the Skol v Grit Show, where we cover all things Vikings and Lions. I am your co-host Han, and joined as always by the lovely Mr. Joe Ryan. How you doing, buddy?
I am doing dandy. Happy belated Mother's Day, my friend.
Oh yeah, for all who observe, I'm I'm not a mother. I know that might come as a shock to many of you, but yeah, it's not my time yet.
Hang in there, buddy. It'll come.
Just haven't found Mr. Right. That's all. Well, I mean, you know, there's nothing happening in football because it is mid-May. Nothing's happening. Not a goddamn thing. So of course, let's talk about the NFL for an hour or so.
All right, let's get into it. Can you feel like the desperation in the reporters, like to manufacture anything?
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, that's like we were tossing around ideas of like, should we just rip on that nonsense? Like, what can we do? And we did kind of settle on that because we will be going over the absurd power rankings that have already come out from all your major outlets. We'll be getting into that. First, schedule release. It's about the biggest bit of news that we could hope for at this point. Comes out on Wednesday, so a day after this will come out, which is perfect timing. Really well done producing on my part.
But you go, when's the schedule drop? Wednesday. Go, perfect. Let's do it Monday.
Yeah. Exactly. Counterculture, man. But yeah, there's been some rumors. Like, it was just, God, this is so fucking stupid. There's rumors about the schedule release. Like, what are we fucking doing? What are we doing?
It's so absurd. I'm kind of digging it, honestly.
I know.
Like, it's crossed over.
To watch like these people who make lots of money on these big networks to talk about this like it's like trade rumors, like their shams are fucking like dropping a bomb.
You want me to name names? Because I got names and I'm kind of pissed about it.
Oh, please do.
Okay, so I saw Tirico goes on like whatever CBS's morning show is. Not morning football, mind you. The one my mother watches. Speaking of,
like Good Morning America or some shit.
Good Morning America, but the CBS version. And sits down and he goes, all right, well, you know, traditionally the Super Bowl champs open the year and like the two people could not give less of a fuck. And they're like, oh, do they? And then he goes, yes. And then he looks at him dead in the eye and he goes, so you know it's going to be the Eagles. And the girl like kind of nods. And the guy's got this weird vacant smile. And he goes, all right, so you want to guess who they're playing? And she goes, what? And he said, like, you know, it could be the Lions or it could be another team. And and I go, holy shit, someone okayed this?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Just absurd. Like, what do you, I've heard some rumblings. First affects both of our teams. It looks like Lions and Vikings might be playing each other week 1.
Really?
It's the last thing I saw out of the Athletic, which makes sense because they'll also probably, I haven't heard this, but I wouldn't be surprised if they play last week of the season too.
I would get that. I mean,
that would make more sense, but playing each other first week, I mean, that kind of makes sense too.
Just given the records that we had last year, I think the interest nationally would be there.
Right. I mean, it's the best division in football, and it's not particularly close. I mean, between the two of them, they won like 30 games last year.
Yeah, that was nuts. I mean, we won 15 games, and we still were looking at the rear view being like, they're right behind us.
Yeah, there was no coasting. There was no, hey, we're just going to pack it in like the Chiefs have because they play in the AFC West, which is awful. And just like, by week 14, we're just good.
Yeah, every year with them. It's the rinse repeat. Like, finally, you know, our coach had to make the decision, like, are we going to play? And you know him. He's, you know, all gas.
He's always going to. Yeah, it didn't matter if you guys locked it up by week 12.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he was playing.
Campbell's just playing everybody. He doesn't give a shit.
I don't think he knows another way.
No, he doesn't. He's got foot on the gas all the time, every time.
It's interesting you bring up first and last. I mean, if you play a team the first year or week of the season and the last, you're not even playing the same team.
No, not at all. That's why I kind of hope that we do play you at the beginning, because you started slow last year, and I would like to get one of those out of the way.
I like that, and I like the fact that no matter what happens, I can go. If we win, and I'll be like, all right, we're already in mid-season form. If we lose, you go, it's first game, doesn't mean.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Barely. Wait till week 3 or 4, then we'll know what we really have. Yeah, you have a built-in excuse either way.
It's perfect.
Feel
Yeah,
good.
season doesn't start till Thanksgiving.
No, come on. The other thing I that's been on the Viking side of things that's been talked about is they might be playing 2 back-to-back international games.
I was gonna ask you about how you felt the international because I know how I feel about it.
Okay, so I don't like it when it takes away a home game, because for obvious reasons.
Exactly.
Neither of these games would be home games, though. And it would be against, what they're saying is, the Steelers in Dublin and then the Browns in London. If we don't have to go to Heinz Field, feel pretty good about that.
Okay.
Like the Minnesota plays an international game almost every year, so they kind of have decent following in Europe and the rest
I
of
was
the world.
curious about the international appeal of the Vikings.
Yeah, well, because they're just there. So, I mean, if you don't have anything, like, they're gonna, people will gravitate towards that, because it's like, what else do I have? It's like living in Iowa growing up. It's like, we don't have anything. So if a pro team played anywhere near us, that's why most people I grew up with are Cubs fans, because the AAA Iowa Cubs were here. It was just like, I know that. That's a thing. That's a real thing that matters.
And apologies to Dublin for comparing you to Central Ohio, but
I do love
Iowa. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, but I mean, because as long as they have their bye week after that 2 games, kind of okay with it, because you get to. I mean, the Browns aren't good, but their fans still show up.
Yeah,
it's still a hostile environment to play in.
NFL's passionate. I was curious because you have actually experienced blissfully. I guess we don't have international appeal until recently, so that's kind of kept us off. But I worry about the travel. I worry about the time zone. I worry, listen, a home game is a nightmare. We only get 8 or whatever it is now.
Right. Well, that's the thing. They don't lose a home game. They essentially get 2 away games that are now neutral field at worst.
Right.
And yeah, there's a time difference, but then, I mean, they just stay in Europe if they're going to play 2 of them.
True. And then I worry about that, like, not coming home. You know how football players are: routine. Anything that variates from their norm is like, well, I can do
100%. But their first game, I feel like the second game is when you're going to feel that.
I believe that makes sense.
But the first one's against the Steelers, and the second's against the Browns. So it's like, is that really, like, if it has to be done, that's about who I'd want to play, right?
I mean, you make a good point. I was just thinking about it too. They're doing 7 international games in 5 different cities. Like, so, I mean, I remember that Brazil one last year. There was security concerns, and they're like, well, if you leave the hotel, you can only go right. If you go left, we can't protect you. And I was like, well, this seems like a great place to send, young millionaires.
Yeah, but these $1 billion franchises. I mean, I get grow the game, but you maybe make sure everyone's safe. I mean, they don't have to worry about that. It's Europe. Who cares? It's fine.
It's not all Europe.
I've gone to but I meant just for the Vikings. I went to a London game before.
How was it?
I saw the Bears and the Falcons. I wore an American flag as a cape.
Of course you did.
God, I remember I actually got yelled at by some people in Lions gear.
Really? For
wearing the flag? Telling me I was disrespecting the flag.
It's so weird. It's like, because I'm always like,
who gives a shit? Like, this is clearly a joke.
I'll take it down, like at night or when the rain or whatever. But like the other thing is, 4th of July, I got American flag gear all over.
Right. Like they should have been all on board.
Yeah, it's
Wasn't
homage.
touching the ground.
Not probably till after the game.
Yeah. I got a great picture of someone I was with took a picture of me at a urinal with an American flag, and then the person next to me had a Russian Olympic like team jacket on. Being next to me, it's fantastic.
You guys are
It's one of
doing
my
Rocky
favorite
Four
pictures
in
of
the
all time.
bathroom.
It's so good. I couldn't have planned that.
That's so great.
But yeah, I mean that's the
And
schedule.
shout out,
Like what?
I said, shout out to your buddy who's not afraid to break out the camera in the men's room, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I could have had a lot of questions of why that was easily accessible at the time, but the results spoke for themselves. So I didn't want to pull on that thread.
I get it. You got to trust his eye. Sounds like he crushed it.
But yeah, I mean, like I have problems with. I'm pretty worldly. I don't know if you know this.
It's the first word that comes to mind when I think of you. Worldly.
Yeah. Like I don't do well with time changes like that. Like going back and forth from Europe. Like I'm fucked for like a month.
It's tough. I was living in Vegas forever, and then you'd go east, coast time,
Right.
which it was so weird because you come back and then you'd be like visiting friends and everything. So you're partying East Coast, but you're like waking up West Coast, and you're just like at the end of 2 weeks, you're like, I think I might die.
Yeah, I mean that's a big difference too, and then it's multiplied. So, but they'll. I mean, I figure they stay on the same relative schedule, whether it's light or
Right.
dark out.
How do you feel about domestically us back here watching the experience we get, the getting up early and all that stuff, like the 9 o'clock game? And
So I love the 9 o'clock game.
I do too if it's not my team.
Yeah, I just like that there's something going on at all times. I mean, that's why I loved being on the West Coast. Like Pacific time is the best for sports because college starts at like 9:30 in the morning on Saturday, and NFL starts at 10. That's awesome.
It's incredible. And living in Vegas, because they're on the very eastern edge of the Western time zone, you know how much money I've saved by not getting up for the first game? Like that was incredible. But yeah, it's right. Because you go, hey, what do you think? Monday Night Football tonight? Yeah. And then want to go grab dinner afterwards?
Yeah.
And where I am, it ends at midnight or 1.
Yeah. On the East Coast, it's East
brutal.
Coast is just the worst place to be as a sports fan or working or anything that you actually have to or want to watch the games. Because like championship games don't start till like 8, 9 o'clock at night.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It's absurd. And then to your point, I mean, on the West Coast, you can watch a whole day of football, Sunday night game included, and then go take your kid to soccer practice or have a dinner with your family. Like the sun's still out by the time that game ends.
Well,
it's fantastic.
Ryan, where I got my Joe Ryan namesake from, brought it up with the MLB playoffs, and he's like, starts at 6:30 West Coast time, and he's like I get they have to get out in time from work and everything, but do we have to make sure they have dinner first?
Well, I mean, during the base, I mean, this is a tangent. During the baseball season, I mean, they'll start at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Fucking awesome.
It's so I don't understand.
Love it.
The West Coast was the best for sports, man.
Yeah, Pacific time is the easily hands down. I will fight anybody who says any different.
Well, we've had this debate, and it's always just a lot. Come on. You know what it is.
Yeah, anyone who's just dug in any other way, they're just wrong because they don't know any better.
An interesting aspect of it, though, is it leads to the East Coast bias, which is a real thing because if you've got a great team like, UCLA or USC or any of those guys, and you go, I don't know. I'm not watching at 11.
Yeah, because we didn't watch. I mean, it's now defunct, but you weren't watching Pac-10, Pac-12 football.
No.
It started at about 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, Pack After Dark or whatever they called it back then. It was yeah, we get it. You're on late, bud.
Yeah, but we don't care. We're off doing stuff. Well, now that we've exhausted time zones. That's
man,
why.
we got to the bottom of that. You guys want to do a little daylight savings next week?
Oh my God, let's have at it. I'm gonna talk all about Indiana and Arizona not succumbing to the peer pressure of the
Rebels.
other 48 states.
I love it. They looked at it and they go, "We're not doing it."
Yeah, they go, no, you're dumb. This sucks. Stop it. We won't.
It's a hard line in the sand. No.
Much respect. First two states I have no respect for. So we're gonna
damn.
Let's you wanna do some power ranking talk? Let's see.
Do some power ranking. Can we talk about how ludicrous it is to have power rankings in May?
Insane. Let's get into our next segment. Talking power rankings.
I love it when you don't tell me you're gonna do it.
Yeah, I never tell. This is so much more fun than that.
I thought for a second I did that with my mind. I was like, "Can you hear it too?"
Yeah, because it works, right?
Yeah.
It's power rankings. Let's go through the big ones first.
All right. It's also wild to me that not only do we read them, but multiple outlets put multiple versions out.
Oh, I thought I was gonna have to struggle to find them, and I have 5 tabs open now, and I wasn't even close to the end of that search.
No, it was crazy to me because I did the same thing. I was like, "Wait, what are my power rankings?" So I did mine a little bit in the first, and then I went, "I hope I can find one." That was not an issue.
So we won't go too deep into them. We'll talk. Well, let's just hit who they have number one and where they have our favorite. Our
Skol and the grit.
Teams. Yeah, that's right. So ESPN. Let's start there. This is look. If any, let me start by saying if anyone has anyone other than the Eagles as number one, they're immediately disqualified. Yeah, right? Because they get worse and they just won the Super Bowl pretty handily.
Yeah, and beat a really good Chiefs team.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I mean, ESPN, Chiefs number one, Eagles number two. So,
see, I saw the one where it was Baltimore one, and then Detroit number two, Eagles three, and I was like, this is stupid. And I saw we were number two, and I was like, this guy just gets it. There's probably some real heavy data crushing going on. I mean,
just you got the Benz reading that article.
I did. It went straight to my head.
Well, right now they have the Lions at number 4.
Okay.
That's probably about right. They have Chiefs 1, Eagles 2, Bills 3. Okay. I think you and the Ravens is 4 and 5 is probably about right.
That's where I am too. We've got to be close to the Baltimore, Buffalo, Detroit thing. I think you can mix and match whatever you want to do.
Yeah. I mean, you also have to factor in everything that. Well, Detroit's actually a really tough team to rank because they had they didn't have their actual defense last year, and they won 15 games.
Yeah, it was incredible.
But
yep.
They lost both coordinators. I think your defense will be fine. I honestly don't know what your offense is going to do. I think Ben Johnson was an absolute cheat code. He was doing things that the rest of the league didn't understand and couldn't comprehend and couldn't do anything about.
I've had that same thought, and he was an absolute joy every Sunday. You never knew what he was going to do next. It was stuff I've never seen before. I'm 45.
He's a mad scientist. He was. I was so glad to see him leave.
Yeah, I'll bet. The other part, though, it did concern me, but at the end of the day, all those dudes that we have are dogs. You know what I mean? It's just from a talent perspective, we're gonna be all right.
Oh yeah, you have talent you're outside of the Eagles. You when healthy, that caveat, you have arguably the most talented roster on both sides of the football.
It's weird, but I completely agree with you.
Yeah, it's just, but I don't even know who your offensive coordinator is.
We did this. Remember we promoted him?
Yeah, but I don't remember.
Episode. No, I don't even know who, his name, who he is. I don't. It's crazy. He's gonna get the keys to a Ferrari, and we're I don't know this guy. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, like, no, not to disparage Jared Goff, but like, I mean, even Sean McVay was like, I'm good. And he's he's arguably the greatest offensive mind in football.
He is, but it wasn't like you threw him in the garbage. He had Stafford coming back. Like,
Yeah,
I
but he
get why you
kicked him
do that.
aside real quick.
He did, and
Like,
we've embraced
that's
it.
why Ben Johnson is like S tier God level. Like, he made Jared Goff like a legitimate MVP candidate.
Yeah, it was impressive. And Goff, we've hit on it a couple times. It's I've had my ups and downs with Goff, but end of the day, you go, hey, throw this pass, and this guy will be here, and it will work. And he goes, okay, I'll throw that pass for you. And
Yeah,
anything
they
more than
were
that,
like
I don't want to ask him.
they were like the perfect marriage because Goff's just like, tell me what to do, I'll fucking do it. And Ben Johnson's just like, I want you to do exactly the things in this order. Like, I got my procedures here. I got, like you're at
The
work
order
and
of
you're learning a
operation.
new process. It's like, here's the 1 through 5 steps of doing this job. Do that. And Goff's like, yep, that I can do.
Yeah, he was Forrest Gump in the military. He goes, how'd you do this? And he goes, I just did what you said to do.
Yeah. He's a good soldier.
Exactly.
Good soldiers follow orders. That's Jared Goff. But
We're,
now I don't know who's giving him the orders now. Now I don't know.
It's going to be interesting. I hope they, retain that muscle memory because, we've got guys at every position. Just get them the ball.
Yeah, I mean, you got to hope that Ben Johnson, someone saved his read-only PDF playbook.
Well, do you remember Gibbs was taking like Instagram pictures in front of his secret burn after reading plans?
That's funny. I love that so much. That is one of the most relatable things. Like,
It is.
well, that as a fan of the team, I don't know how I'd react to that because it's like, what are you thinking? But also like, yeah, I always like you take a picture, you post it online, and someone will find like the thing in the background that you're like, I didn't even fucking know that was there.
Oh, it happens when you open it up to the internet, the total like crowdsourcing.
Yeah, they're all of a sudden a bunch of fucking Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, look at the damn murder podcasts that are everywhere. And you're like, wait a minute, you guys are solving something that the police couldn't?
Yeah.
Like, well, we had 10 million people working on it.
Right, that are just psychotic and looking for every imperfection.
Yeah, it was also a great reminder too that 2 years ago Gibbs was in college.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like,
they're children.
Yeah,
these people are children. Like how can it go any other way?
Exactly. Like, yeah, those plans are going to get leaked.
And that was the thing about Ben Johnson, though. Was like, who cares? I have 50,000 more.
I swear this is the last praise I'm going to give him. But when we were beating the living piss out of Dallas and trying to get a little payback for that screw job with the offensive lineman checking in, so he's just doing multiple plays to the lineman. And they asked him after, they're like, are you afraid that you went to the well and showed people too much of what you're going? And he goes, no. And they're like, what do you mean? And he goes, listen, the well is deep. And I was like, oh, I love you, Ben.
That is like in a story that is exactly why I'm so glad he's out of there, because he's terrified, because I believed him when he said that.
I did too, but
because I was watching that shit too. I'm like, dude, you want to like hold something back? Like, you're up 50. Like, who gives a shit? Dude, nah, doesn't matter. I ain't got no end.
Yeah, it's just more stuff I want to do.
Yeah. I just gotta get this out. Like,
exactly. Like, prolific.
Insane.
He's the Stephen King of offensive coordinators.
Out without the rampant cocaine abuse that we know of.
Some of those plays, are you telling me there's no blow involved? None. Zero. He did a stumble bum. He had Jared Goff take the ball and then throw a touchdown pass. If that's not blowing out, I don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah. He's like writing an 80s action movie. Just locked himself in the Chateau Marmont for a weekend with a couple 8-balls and made things happen.
That's how we got Cobra.
All right, that's ESPN. Let's see, NFL.com. Well, actually, hold on. ESPN had you there. Where would they have my team? Pretty far down, I think.
See, the one I checked had you guys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at 7.
ESPN right now has us at 9.
It seems low for you.
I mean, it's all because people don't respect the JJ McCarthy of it all.
I was just gonna say it, but I was gonna say it way meaner. Like, oh no, you lost Darnold.
Yeah. Who cares? JJ McCarthy is so much better than Sam Darnold. I know he hasn't thrown an actual pass, but he is. And they fixed they addressed all of their issues with the interior of both lines. So yeah, 9 actually I'm okay with. I get bothered when we have like they have the Bears at 21. So many of these lists have the Bears ahead of them, which is ludicrous.
Oh, it's madness. And I know we listen to the people that watch this podcast feedback, so I'm not going to stay on JJ Corner long. God, they get touched. But yeah, with him, I mean, that's just you guys have great players on both sides of the ball. He's going into a perfect turnkey situation. And oh, by the way, he's a dog. So
Yes. I mean, no one is there a better situation that someone is coming like his injury last year? Yeah, that sucked, but maybe was the best thing that could have happened for everybody involved.
well, he got a nice like preview, and you're like, wow, this guy can do all this with these guys, and it turns out I'm better than this guy. So
Yeah.
okay, let's get it going.
I mean, the thing about McCarthy is people don't realize how actually physically talented and absurd athletically he is
It's so
because they
funny.
haven't seen it.
I mean, he's got an incredible arm. He's great placement of the ball. In Michigan, you just didn't have to do it. We had to
Right.
disrupting defense that was just destroy people, and two great running backs with an incredible line. Like, hey, just hand it off, and oh, by the way, when we need you, do your thing.
Yeah, and that's what's made me fall in love with him to begin with was he had all these physical gifts of like a 5-star recruit that could throw it 40 times a game.
And you know how hard
And
that
he
is
wasn't
for
asked to, and he
Right.
was so on board with that.
Exactly. You know how difficult that would be? Like if you go, like we'll go back to the Ferrari thing. Like you got it. I mean, I'm gonna need you to keep it like 45, 50 miles an hour.
Yeah, you keep it in a
I
school
got you,
zone.
coach.
Like, yeah, and he was just fine with that. Like, he's built different, man. Mentally.
I love him.
And that's so much of being a quarterback, right?
That's
Like,
I'd say the biggest part.
yeah. I mean, it's like feel for the pocket, vision, and mindset. Because so many, tons of people have arm strength and all this shit, but it does. And
But he's got that too.
Yeah, I know. He's got an absolute cannon.
You're in for a treat.
I know. I'm so excited.
I ever tell you how much I hate that he went to your team?
I know, and that makes me happy. Like, God, if he gets hurt again, that might break me for football. It almost did this last year.
I know it's gonna be really fun to do this with you if that happens. And then change that intro just to sad trombones.
It's just wow, 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 wow.
Guess it's Skol or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I hit everything. So NFL.com has the Eagles as number 1. Yeah,
as they should.
Yes, this is as we've spoken. We're the Lions. They have it number 5. Vikings at 10. The only issue I have with that is the Packers at 9. Like, what are we talking about? What are we doing?
Did they get someone else besides Jordan Love?
They didn't do anything.
They
didn't get better. Okay, they got Matthew Golden, who's a rookie, but okay.
I liked him out of Texas, right?
Yeah, he's fine. He didn't move the needle for me. Like, I could be very wrong, but whatever.
Oh, I think he'll be good. I'm just saying the list of not game changer, but team changing receivers is mighty small. You know what I mean? History.
And I'm just not sold on Jordan Love either. I don't.
That makes 2 of us.
Like, I don't get it. He makes some incredible throws, but like he's a chucker. Like he just chucks it up.
He is, but he doesn't have like the Brett Favre arm talent.
Right. Yeah, he does too many reckless things. Like I don't understand. what they're
I'm
doing
not
up there, and
complaining.
I'm fine with that. I'm glad I don't understand it. I like that
Exactly.
they're basically screwing. I mean, the Rams. I'm fine with that being ahead. They're the Bucks. I mean,
That's interesting. I've seen multiple lists of these things, and Rams Chargers are always right by each other.
yeah, I mean the Rams should be because they have McVay and Stafford and Puka, and now they have Devontae Adams.
I saw that.
Yeah, like I'm okay with that. I guess the Buck. I mean, not really though.
It's weird for someone that do you like Baker? I go, I love Baker. That guy's a dog.
I
I love it.
love Baker.
All that stuff. And you go, do you want him on your team? I go, no.
Yeah, I do love Baker, and I mean they have a stupid group of receivers, especially because they just drafted Emeka Egbuka, who I think is going to be a star.
I do too. And I mean, their gain is Ohio State's loss, even though all they do is reload. So
yeah, no, I think they're going to be good, but Tampa Bay is one of those teams. I'm not afraid of them.
I'm not either.
You know, like they have talent all up and down the board, but they don't scare me for some reason.
I know, but the list well, it's not to brag, but both of our teams are in the upper echelon of the NFL. So the list of teams that actually scare me, it's basically the top of these NFL power rankings. Like KC, I'd worry about. Philly, I'd worry about. Buffalo, Baltimore.
Well, you should be in the top 5 of every ranking, or they lose their value. Minnesota, I get. They shouldn't be lower than 12. I don't think they're that low, but I get it because McCarthy is technically an unproven commodity.
True. And it's, everyone's got questions.
Like,
it's like
I know he's going to do it. I know what he can do, but we haven't actually seen it. So fair.
I love the confidence you're displaying in my man. It's like you're the guy.
I love him so much. Like
I bought the ground floor of Microsoft.
Yeah,
going to the moon.
I am his biggest supporter, and I have been. Like, he was the guy I wanted in that draft, in a draft full of awesome QBs. That was the guy I wanted. I didn't want Caleb. Jaden Daniels was the only guy I was like, yeah, this guy does some things.
I worried about his size.
I don't know.
Then he punched my ticket home in the playoffs, and I was like, God damn it, that kid's good.
Yeah. Yep. So that's the NFL.com. Let's see Yahoo, because Yahoo, you're gonna like this one. Lions, number 1.
Yahoo. Haven't I always spoken highly and said they give out the best grades, be it for fantasy draft and or NFL?
Yeah, actually, this probably is bad for you.
It's a horrible, horrible omen.
That's insane. Like, yeah, you guys are gonna be good, but and then Eagles 2. They have the Bengals at 3, then the Bucks, then the 49ers. Is this from this year?
No, it can't be. Is it like the 4 best teams that were orangish red? Like what kind of list is this?
Nope. This is from May 9th, 3 days ago. The 49ers?
God damn it. This is every fantasy draft grade ever. Like
it's insane. They have Minnesota at 8, which is probably about right, but like, wow, that's absurd. This is why you lost to Google, man. Like, you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
They put us 1, and I was overjoyed, and you said Cincy 3, and I go, fuck.
Cincy 3, Tampa 4, San Francisco 5, ahead of the Ravens, 4? The Bills, the Chiefs. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
If you said Tampa won't win the division, I'd have a hard time arguing. Like, what? What?
I mean, the 49ers traded everyone. They dumped everyone. They have Christian McCaffrey, and Brock Purdy. That's it.
Did Purdy get paid yet?
No.
God, that's his fiance is just sitting on a lottery ticket. Can't cash it until July, but ooh, baby, I got it.
We're living it up. Jesus,
How does that work, by the way? Is it like when LeBron was in high school and everyone knew, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna give your mom a Hummer. Yeah, we think you're good for it. So
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you watched like that the receivers show on Netflix last year because Debo and
I
Kittle were
did.
on that.
We talked about it. I think it made me fall in love with Kittles.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I've always loved him, but there was a segment where Brock Purdy gave like his entire offensive line trucks, but like his salary didn't pay for them. He clearly just had like a deal with Toyota that gave him all pickup trucks.
Wait, are you talking real fucking pickup trucks?
Yeah,
He's on the rookie? He's the last guy drafted deal.
that's what I mean. There's no way he actually paid for them. Like he had a deal with Toyota to do like ads and shit. But respect to him for being like, hey, give my guys some cool ass trucks.
That might be the
I love
coolest
Brock.
hit.
I like Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy gets some shit. I don't think he should. I think he's a very good quarterback.
Oh, we're gonna find out this year.
I think
One way
he's
or
a
another.
really good. I think he's really good. I like not. He's not top tier, but he's good enough that you can win with him.
I agree, but the question is because they were loaded and they no longer are. So
Yeah.
we're gonna see exactly who Brock is this year.
Right. Absolutely.
Also, sometimes like giving a dump truck full of $100 bills to someone changes them. I'm not saying Brock's that guy.
Yeah, but they're also not doing that. They actually seem to be like, hey, we're going to take away all of the talent and put your number down.
Yeah, I never even considered it from his perspective. Like, yo, what the fuck?
He's got to be pissed.
I mean, wouldn't you be?
I mean, he lost Debo, he lost Jordan Mason, like a lot of their defense. I mean, Javon Hargrave and Ward, like
Yeah, it's silly.
I don't know. They've like cut all their costs. Here's the thing: I don't think John Lynch is a good GM.
You mentioned that before.
I think he's lucky as shit. He drafted Trey Lance in the top 5.
That is
That guy's nothing. Brock Purdy. They should be giving Brock Purdy all the fucking money because he saved all of their jobs. They drafted him Mr. Irrelevant, which is a stupid thing to begin with. But the last pick of the draft, he saved them. They drafted Trey Lance in that same draft, who's nothing.
Yeah,
like they fucked up and they got lucky.
That's true. I
mean, Shanahan's a good coach. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think John Lynch is a good GM.
Okay.
I don't think he knows what the fuck he's doing.
That's some hot lava takes. Next up on First Take.
Okay. Okay.
In the A block.
No, he sucks. Whatever. Okay, CBS. Let's go to CBS real quick.
Yes.
Eagles at 1, Lions at 2.
Interesting.
Like, I don't think they're 2, but I also Packers at 5. Like, all right, Niners at 7, Vikings at 8. Like, what the fuck is this love for 49ers? Now I'm just getting angry.
I was just gonna ask you, what am I missing on San Fran? I thought
they've lost so much talent, like absurd amount of talent. But I guess they're just that's the thing that I can't reconcile because the national media wants me to think that Brock Purdy's not good, but they've just stripped him of all his assets, and they still think they're gonna be good. So is he or isn't he?
Like
what are we doing here? You can't have one without the other, right?
It's true. And then they lost Bosa, who I thought would retire there. Like, and I understand the injury concerns, but one healthy, he's top 5.
Yeah, I mean he's getting up there in age, but still, like, I mean they let him go. They let so many Pro Bowl people go, like him and Javon Hargrave, who
is signed. A beast.
Yes, he's an absolute monster.
Where do you
healthy? Like I know he's Minnesota.
Son of a bitch.
I know. I know. I love it. Like they lost all of this talent. Like they just shipped it out. They didn't care. They didn't sign anybody. Their draft was weird. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I can't say I understand all the love. Certainly not top 10, top 5 love.
No, I also don't think Ayuk is that good.
He never puts it together consistently, and it's very frustrating because he has all the gifts.
He's like George Pickens for me, where I'm like, Yeah, I guess, but I don't understand why everyone like loses their fucking mind over these guys. Like,
Oh,
because
I
they don't,
know.
because they're not consistent. Like, yeah, they make these plays here and there, and like you see what they could be, but they're not that guy. They're not your Justin Jefferson who like wants nothing more like than to be good, great. Like he's gonna grind film. He's gonna work on the nuances of route running. Like these guys are talented, but I don't think they have that gene
Oh,
in them.
I think that's an accurate assessment. But Pickens is a different animal because I tune in for a different reason. He's either going to
Yes.
catch a wild touchdown or he's going to fight his coach. Either way, I
Yeah.
want to see it.
Yeah. He's out of his fucking mind. And then Ricky Pearsall, who I like, who got shot.
Like literally by bullets.
Yeah, he actually got shot. Like, that's a whole other thing. Yeah, I don't know about that, but fine, whatever. All right, let's go to Fox Sports. Eagles at 1. Yes.
Makes sense.
They have Lions at 2.
Okay.
Again, it's hard to argue with.
They seem smart. Go on.
Yeah, I mean, like honestly, like 2 through 5, as long as you're gonna have Lions, Bills, Ravens, Chiefs, that's probably about right. And they
Yeah.
actually do.
And I think you could
Uh,
shuffle them like cards. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
kind
that's what I
of
mean.
pick up
Any
the
order
wrong
you
end.
have them
Yeah.
in that top 5 range. The Commanders, Rams, yeah, all good until you have the Chargers at 8,
That seems high.
Packers at 10, Niners at 11, Bears at 14, Vikings at 16. Okay, anyone who puts the Bears above them, that's like, what are you fucking doing?
What you don't know is that I Venmoed that writer of that list $100 to mark you down just below them.
It's baffling. What if the Bears have done a lot? Yes. What, they win 5-6 games last year?
Oh, there were times where it looked like they had a chimpanzee on Xanax coaching that team. It was crazy.
Right. They legitimately could have won 9 games last year. And now they've if you're gonna ding the Vikings for having a first year quarterback, you have to ding them for having a first year head coach. Because yes, Ben Johnson is an absolute monster genius on the offensive side. But being a head coach, that's a different monster.
We've discussed it. It's making your best sales guy the CEO. It doesn't work all the time.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
These are different hats.
Yeah, it doesn't mean like I think he will probably do well with them, but I also don't believe in Caleb.
You
And I
mentioned
don't think
before.
that's a good mix at all. I don't see it.
You zigged when I was going to zag because you put that kind of talent with someone that's a generational play caller. Like I just think it seems like a great marriage.
Yeah, but like when you break it down of like we talked about it with Goff, like Ben Johnson wants on schedule. Like
Yep.
this, do this,
And that's not where Caleb excels.
and this. That's not Caleb. Caleb's like, I'm gonna roll out and run around for 10 seconds and huck it.
True. And I think he found out last year that being in Chicago is a little different than being at USC.
Yeah. I mean, Ben Johnson's good enough that like, because I watched a lot of Caleb in college, and almost every single play was like an RPO. Like he had the ball in his running back's belly in the shotgun, like to make decisions. So like he can make quick decisions, but they never ran any semblance of that. Maybe that's what Ben Johnson does. I mean, it seems like maybe do a little of what he's
Right.
comfortable with and good at.
Well, I told you my Caleb story from his last year in college where I had my nephew and his buddy came over having a sleepover. And I'm like, you guys are going to see something special today. This is Caleb on USC Notre Dame. Anyone that says anything different than what I'm telling you is an idiot. And he proceeded to get his ass kicked for 4 quarters.
Yes.
Look, by the end, his buddy was elbowing him like, your nephew doesn't know ball, dude. I was like, God damn it, Caleb. I stuck up for you.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I watched a lot of him, and he'd make plays. I'm like, okay, I get it. And then the next 2 plays, I'm like, Do you know what football is?
So you go, why don't you just do what you did before?
Yeah, it's like I just saw this incredible like amount of thought and athleticism and ability, and then it's all of a sudden it's like I might as well be back there because like what the fuck were you doing?
It's I can't get over these power rankings. It's May.
Yeah, that's the real point here. This is fucking nonsense.
But thank God for the meritocracy that is the NFL, because you remember back before we had the playoff in college football, whatever the preseason or season rankings were could absolutely affect the outcome of your season.
Oh yeah,
And this is what this feels like. You go, I don't know, it's a bunch of guys that have nothing to do making shit up. And you go, yeah, but it doesn't
well
affect
yeah,
the actual product.
yeah. I mean that's essentially what we're doing here because it's the off season. The draft is over. Free agency's over. There's nothing to fucking talk about. Oh, we had rookie mini camp last week. Who gives a fuck?
Oh, speaking of, I got a bone to pick. As long as we're taking shots at media outlets, and I'm doing air
Jeez.
quotes on media Bleacher Report.
Hit
That,
it. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
the
Yeah,
same.
you show me some more listicles, you
Yeah,
BuzzFeed bitch.
they are BuzzFeed bitches. They are the same asshole that it was like, yeah, the Lions really fucked up their draft, and this Tesla out of Arkansas, I don't see it, man. So I've got conflicting, like the Detroit News is talking about, man, that athleticism was on full display during the rookie mini camp. Take it with a grain of salt. But then I go over and he's like, yeah, the Lions obviously missed. You see, he wasn't good at rookie mini camp. And I go, what are we doing?
And no contact practices. Okay, there's a lot to unpack there. To say I don't see it, he's like 6'4" and runs like a 4.3.
Yeah.
You don't
You don't see anything?
What the fuck don't you? What are you looking at if you don't see that? Like, what are we? I don't know if he's gonna turn into like he's raw. Like but he's like Randy Moss traits. Like that's
Yeah, I mean, it seems visible from space. What do you mean you don't
that's
see
what
it?
I'm saying. Like I don't see it. What? Like when I say I didn't see it with Caleb, it's like I saw it, but I also didn't.
Right.
Like
Well, I
I
think that
saw
at
what
least
made him the first pick in the
yeah.
NFL draft, but I also saw enough to go, oh no.
Well, you had a fair and honest assessment. I believe you believe all those things you said, and that's all I want from someone that just, for whatever reason, has an axe to grind, and now he got to die on this hill. And I'm like, dude, I hope he's a Hall of Famer because I think he might be. Let's say your faculties are diminished.
He's arguably as gifted as anybody in the draft in the wide receiver position. Like he's a long ways to go. He also had a little bit of like a Calvin Johnson, not to say he's going to be that, but college career where it's like they just didn't use him.
Right.
You know?
I get it. I mean, yeah, we'll see. But basically, this is just a good way for me to take shots at Bleacher Report. That's why I brought it up.
Well, yeah. I mean, when you have hacks having to write about and like talk about things that they don't understand, it doesn't move the needle. No one's going to click on, yeah, this Tesla guy looks interesting, I guess, but we'll see. Exactly. That's nothing to say this is the biggest waste of nothing or he's going to be the greatest guy ever. Because they're just engagement farming bullshit. That
it's
means
internet
nothing.
era, baby.
Yeah, it means nothing. Takes. Bleacher Report is pointless. Don't consume that because it's nothing.
I rage, like hate consume it. I go, hey, you know what's gonna piss me off? Let me get in there.
I know I click it too, and I'm angry at myself every time I do it. I'm like, why did I do this? Like, what's the best case scenario here? Like, they say something I like, but then I'm mad because they said something I like because they don't know what they're talking about.
You describe
or they say what I hate, and then I'm like, I'm angry. I mean, I'm like, that's a fucking point, and I know that's the fucking.
That's how I felt the whole thing. I read it, and I go, wow, I really let myself down.
Yep. It's just like a shame spiral.
It was like, Joe, you're better than this. Come on.
All right, let's do our own real quick. What are our bullshit mean nothing power rankings?
Well, we both obviously agree that Eagles have to be one until proven otherwise.
Has to be one.
This is where it gets fun because you can put 3 teams here, and I'd be like, you know what? I can't tell you you're wrong. So for me personally, like until I don't know, Andy Reid dies of a massive coronary or fucking Mahomes gets hurt in a parasailing accident or whatever he does with his wife for Instagram likes, like I think they're two for me.
I mean, same. I have the same number one. Obviously, talked to death. It's the Eagles until it's not.
Yep,
For me, I have the Ravens too.
I get that.
I love Lamar. Like everything they have is just fucking stupid, and they just keep getting better.
Those motherfuckers don't miss in the draft.
No,
Like,
they don't. Every year they're picking in the upper 20s,
yep.
and they get some guy who shouldn't be there, and it just makes them even better.
Yeah, what Baltimore do? Oh, they added another starter to a team that's already really good.
Right.
Every year.
It's absurd. And they just keep doing it.
All right, so you got them too. I get that. So who's your third?
Third, I have the Bills because Josh Allen.
What's
They
the
didn't really
problem?
do anything either, but they have Josh Allen.
Well, I got it just both barrels primetime game against them where he was the only dude making plays, and that's all they needed. It was incredible.
That's what I mean.
He personally took it upon himself to take my team apart. And that's a good ass team that we have. And he was like, yeah, well, you guys are children and I'm a man. It was
absolutely.
It was
That's
upsetting.
the thing. Yeah, it's just like, what can I fucking do? Like,
you ever
how do you stop this man?
Yeah, you ever do jujitsu, like roll?
Do I look like I do any type of physical activity?
You're a man of many surprises. I was going to give you the benefit of the doubt, but so this will be super relatable to you. But with you roll with someone that actually is good at it, and you're like you're a baby, you're powerless little baby, and they'll do whatever they want to you. And it's a weird feeling being like a grown man, who the Lions are, like pretty big guys, strong guys, and he's just like, no, you got bad baby.
Yep. It's like you're not even here right now.
How is this happening?
We're playing a different game.
Yes. There's levels to this shit, and guess what? You're not on mine. That's Josh Allen.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Who do you got there?
I got them too.
Yeah.
For the exact reason you said.
Yeah.
So what are we up to? 4?
Yeah. 4, I guess. I'm honestly, I'll say the Lions.
Quit agreeing with me. That's who I had there too.
Yeah, like you made your points about Kansas City, and Mahomes is kind of that guy too, like Josh Allen. Man, they're lacking a lot of other pieces. Like, and I think that was kind of shown this last year.
This is gonna sound stupid for a team that's consistently one of the best, one of the no championship dynasties or whatever you want to call it, but there was a lot of holes and there was a lot of luck involved in what happened with them last year, and they
play in a bad division.
Yep.
Like they won a lot. Like I know this is kind of their thing is winning like close games. But, like they did not look good. Like they were like 10-0 or something, and it was like you don't how.
Well, is an absolutely unabashed problem gambler. Like they didn't cover for any, and I'm like, the hell's going on over there?
They never looked good. I'm actually shocked that they made the Super Bowl. Like they're at their like Andy Reid's great, Mahomes is great, but like that's about it.
I
mean that's enough. Obviously,
it is. It's plenty, but I mean, I think Kelsey is in visible decline. I don't think that's a hot take.
No, it's just the time comes for us all.
You can debate the merits of doing like one of the most successful podcasts, being married to the most famous person on the planet, and then
and also being like closer to 40 than
30
you'd want.
Yeah, I mean, they've earned enough cred with me. Like I'm gonna put them up there, but I think there's chinks in the armor, and I think they could be exposed.
Yeah, I mean they'd be my number 5 because you just can't not have them. Like I can't outside of those other teams. Like I don't think their roster's that talented, but Mahomes, Reed, that's at least worth top 5.
That's my favorite part. Like Tyreek Hill, but he left a long time ago, and ever since then, he's doing it with receivers where I'm like, bro, you couldn't you couldn't start on my team.
I mean, that's
Like,
what Josh Allen's doing too. Like,
he's
it's
nasty.
crazy.
All right, who you got after that?
Number 6. Who'd be number 6? I mean, it's probably Washington, right?
This is where we're gonna say, because I put you in that slot. I think just from a talent perspective and also
Like, I
track
think
record,
Minnesota's number 6.
I do.
I agree. It's hard for me to, after what Jaden Daniels did, and they got better.
I know. I just picked some stuff up, and also a little take it with a grain of salt because this is from someone they bounced us in the playoffs. I'm still not over it. Like,
Yeah.
it's smart, but the
Yeah.
fact, like, I think Minnesota is better.
I actually think they will be better. I really probably should have put them there too, but I wanted to try not be a homer.
Oh, really? Because you heard the name of this podcast, right? Now we're being cute.
You know what? Change it. I'm changing it.
Hell yeah! Go with your
Yeah,
gut.
damn right. Number 6. Let's go.
Stay with your chest.
I mean, the voice inside me wants to say they're like top 3 because I believe in JJ so much. They have everything.
Well, it's not getting crazy, but you do. I understand all that, but like a rookie quarterback, it's a tough one.
Right, there's just going like he's purple Jesus. He is a god amongst men, but it is still the NFL and essentially a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, and there's a lot of gods walking around.
He's gonna have growing pains. Like even Jaden Daniels had growing pains. He had stretches of games where it's like,
I wish we would have caught one of those.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he figured it out by the end of the year, but he's gone through that and he figured it out.
Yeah, he's a bad man, but I think Mini at 6, if we're both being honest, is the right place for them.
I agree. And then you got to have Washington at 7, right?
That's where I am. I had a hard time between them and the Rams. Like, I was thinking about it, and I was just like, I think Washington has more talent, maybe.
Yeah.
But the coaching obviously leans LA. But
sure,
but
it's not that big of a gap. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
They have a good coach.
He's solid.
Good coach.
Yeah, but does he have an eidetic memory where they show him a
No,
credit card?
he's not Sean McVay, right?
Who is?
I mean, Sean McVay is responsible for the Vikings offseason because he showed in their playoff game. He showed exactly. He aired out every single thing that was wrong with that team and exploited it.
Well, I'll put it this way. Sean McVay is so good at what he does. When you think McVay, you don't think of the Oklahoma City bombing anymore. Were you taking a drink? I like that one. Felt good as soon as I let it go.
Holy shit, you're right.
It's true.
I mean, maybe not for anyone who's in Oklahoma City, but for the rest of us, yeah.
Just saying.
Jesus Christ, you're fucking right. Yeah, that's the bar. Can you share the name with a all-time mass murderer?
Yeah, it'd be like if the fucking quarterback.
Yeah, if he was Sean Hitler, we wouldn't be like.
Yeah, like it's if you were John Wilkes Booth, the coach of the Chiefs. You got to win 3. You got to win 3.
God damn you!
You're welcome.
But yeah, it's hard to bet against the Rams, man. Like they were so good last year, and like the games they lost was because they didn't have Puka and Cooper. Yeah, it's like I don't know.
I have a difficult time betting against them. And speaking of guys, I have a hard time betting against. My last team that I power ranked before I thought this was too stupid to do was the LA Chargers.
Chargers.
I know.
I mean,
Harbaugh.
They have talent. They're the Chargers.
I know. Listen, you're old enough to remember a time when Dalian was running wild and they're going to every AFC championship. So I don't want to hear like, oh, they've always been bad. They're not the Clippers, for fuck's sake.
They haven't always been bad, but they're honestly quietly they should be in the same breath as Detroit and Minnesota as far as like weird shit happens to them.
Oh yeah,
Like bad in a negative way. Like
yeah. The last
like
6
they
years,
should be good and like just something fucking like they find ways to lose games that defies logic.
their name is a verb. What happens? The Chargers did. Like, oh, they're charging. Like it's crazy, and you never want to be in that spot.
Yeah, they are like quietly one of the most like tortured fan bases. Like ours are probably about the top.
I think so.
Like for different reasons. Like mine every 8 years it has the best team in the league and finds a way to fuck it up. And
Right.
yours is now on their way to doing that the last few years. But before that, they were just there wasn't even a hope of fucking it up. It was just it's fucked.
Oh, it was just new and inventive ways to get absolutely dicked. It was
Right.
incredible stuff you never seen before. And then it's so funny you could tie it back like with the NBA playoffs. So Pistons lost the game at home where the dude clearly fouled the guy in the last second shot, just ran into him. And everyone of my boys that have been Detroit fans forever will look at each other and go, "Can't wait for the apology tomorrow from the league because we're Detroit fans."
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
had been and like we talked about this, you should just fucking lie to me and be like, you know what? We didn't see it. There's nothing wrong. It was fine. That's a legal play. And I'd be like, well, it's better than you saying sorry.
Yeah, the apology the next day is like, yeah, we fucked up. We took a Mecco for and like, no, you just that doesn't help.
It sends me into a rage.
It's a can I have a burger today that I pay you for tomorrow? Bullshit. Like, no, that doesn't feel good.
Well, who's it for? It's not for us because we fucking hate you. And then the other part is
we already lost.
One is like, what?
We're not there. Like, great. We should have been. Okay, if you really think that, change the results.
Yeah. Well, we're not gonna do that.
Well, no, but we're gonna do this nonsense that like this hand holding bullshit.
Yeah, we'll print.
Hey, yeah, you were right, and you were probably better, but
yeah,
but you don't get to be.
Well, we'll just print out a banner size copy of the apology and hang that from the rafters. Go fuck yourself. There was a time too where I would have done it. I would have been like, well, this is what we got.
Yeah. It's just fucking nonsense. What are we at? 8, 7? I don't even know anymore.
The last 3 are going to be about the same. So,
what are we at? 8?
I thought we were at 9 because I had my Chargers.
Sure. Oh yeah. I guess my 8 would be. I mean, I thought the Chargers were ridiculous, but I'm thinking it through. Maybe that's about right.
Well, what are the 2 most important things?
I actually think it's. I think I'd put Tampa over that. Again, they don't scare me, but
yeah, I get
they're
it.
So loaded.
The way it works is the 2 most important things in football are your quarterback and your coach, and I don't think the Chargers got both. So,
yes, I agree. In Tampa, I'm not sold on their coach, but I have a soft spot for Baker.
Oh, we discussed him earlier in the show.
My biggest, well, not my biggest miss, but one of my bigger misses was I thought Baker was so much better than Josh Allen.
Coming out?
Yeah, my Josh Allen miss was huge. And in my defense, you don't usually get more accurate in the pros than you are in college.
It's rare.
So, like, if you're not accurate, you have all the gifts, the physical gifts that he does. You can run, you have a cannon, this and that. You don't usually get more accurate in the pros, and he did.
He definitely leveled up.
Yeah, like, I was hand up, I was wrong.
Well,
but I wasn't that wrong because Baker, he's pretty good.
Yeah. I noticed your voice went up.
Yeah. He's not as good. He's
No.
pretty good. It's pretty good.
I would love to just make fun of you, but I don't have a leg to stand on. I'm the guy that said you needed to take Drew Bledsoe instead of Peyton Manning. Like, what? Bledsoe's an athlete.
I love Bledsoe.
I did too. He was great on the Brady roast. Like, I get your telling. Fake laughs hiding real pain.
That's a roast.
It was. He's got his. It makes sense that he started a vinegar. He makes wine now and drinks it.
Good for him.
I'm happy for him. They're like, oh, the quarterback for the Patriots. Like, nah, man, you should try his $2 truck, whatever the hell he's making.
Well, wait, what did I just say was my? Have I put the Rams in there yet?
We talked about him a little earlier. Remember them in Washington? We were debating.
Yeah, the Rams are in there somewhere.
I agree. Because they've got McVay. We established it.
Sure. We covered it. What number are we at? I have no fucking idea.
I
didn't write any of this down. I'm just making up as I go if that wasn't clear.
Well, as I'm checking my notes and finishing this bottle of wine, I'm looking and I go, did you just write team names? And I go, yeah, but did you order them? I go, not really.
I didn't write anything. It just I went Bill O'Reilly. Fuck it, I'll do it live.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah.
You're the producer. Make us look cool.
Yeah, that'll be fine. That's no problem. What do you got? 9 or 10? What's 10?
What's 10? I mean, here's the thing. I want to take 1 second to take a shot at the AFC South. Get a team, guys. Anyone. You got 4 bites at the apple. You can't give me anything.
No.
It's oh my god, we should do that. And the next one is do our division winners or favorite picks or whatever. That'd be great, and just not talk about them.
No.
That's the end of the show. I love we just alienate broad swaths of America.
I don't care. Whatever. You listen to this, great. You don't? I don't care.
Oh,
I'll never meet you. I don't give a shit.
It's true. I could tell immediately when you were doing the daylight savings. 2 states I don't give a fuck about.
But I mean, seriously though, do you give a fuck about Indiana or Arizona? No.
I like tubing in Arizona.
Yeah. I mean, Arizona is my number 10, actually.
Okay.
I like what they're doing on defense. They're quietly building. They're going to be mark it down. They're going to be a top 5 defense next year.
All right. So basically, for me, your Caleb is my Kyler Murray. I see. So
I
much
like
good
Kyler,
stuff.
and it's not so much as I think he's going to bring them to the promised land. I think that defense is going to be nasty, scary.
Really?
Yeah. They got some talent
things.
there. They got people who know what to do. Like they're very quietly building a juggernaut down in the fucking desert.
All right. Well then, yeah, maybe that NFC West is gonna get a little more interesting.
That would be nice. Instead of just being a joke. I mean, Seattle, whatever.
All right. I know we're coming up in hour 10, but just real quick, what are your thoughts on Pete Carroll on the desert out in Vegas?
I mean, what does he have left? Is he a relic of a bygone era?
Maybe. Or does he chew gum with the top 1 percentile? Yeah. Burt Reynolds, all-time gum chewers. Best there are.
I like the moves they've made. I think Geno's fine. Like, you can win with Geno if you have enough around him.
Maybe.
I mean, that's the thing about the Seahawks. It's like you swapped Geno for Sam Darnold. Like, they're different, but the end result is
I was just going to say the results are the same.
they come about it in different ways. I think Gino is better at moving the ball, like taking the short stuff, but Sam Darnold's all about like home run plays. He's like, I'm just gonna rip it. I'm gonna throw it
And
as
at the
far
end
as
of
I
the day,
can
have
because
fun
I
more.
had Justin Jefferson. I can just doesn't matter. Sam Darnold was great on the sidelines. Motherfucker could not see the middle of the field.
I know, and Hop paid for it.
But I think, I think Gino can see the middle of the field. I think you get the same outcome, but they both do it in different ways. But they also have in Vegas they have Ashton Genty now, who is freak.
I'm intrigued.
I mean, he's just a monster.
Like,
He's
week
going
one,
to be.
I'm gonna be watching that game.
Yeah.
And sorry, Drew, I don't give a fuck about the Raiders, but I'll be watching that game.
Oh yeah, I watched so many Boise State games at like 10 o'clock at night on a Friday last year, just for him. I mean,
Oh, he's special. He's the same reason that people didn't kick us off the Thanksgiving game when we had Barry Sanders.
right?
Like, yeah, I know it's a disaster.
Yeah, but also,
but look at that dude.
yeah, you know this guy? You ever heard of him?
Yeah. Check in.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the rest of it, who cares, right?
No, everyone's got Carolina at the bottom, right? Call that a wrap.
Who? Yeah, actually, who is the worst team in the NFL?
I think I tipped my hand with Carolina.
I don't know if it is Carolina.
Who are you thinking?
I don't know. That's a good question. I hadn't really considered it. I mean, man, New Orleans, the Jets, they're both going to be real bad.
Oh yeah, I think the Colts are going to be dog shit.
Yeah, the Colts aren't going to be good either. I mean, the Browns aren't going to be good.
What do you make of Jacksonville?
Jacksonville is fascinating. Like, I've never been a fan of their quarterback, even coming out of Georgia. I don't see it.
Out of Clemson?
Or it was Clemson. Yeah. You're right. Jesus Christ. I just the same colors ish. I mean, it is to me. I'm colorblind.
I forgot that you were the dog. All right.
Yeah. I've never seen it. They have a lot of talent there. I mean, Travis Hunter and Brian Thomas Jr. What the fuck his name is?
Did you hear the rumor that he's going to play receiver and then they're going to put nickel packages in for him on defense? Isn't that reversed?
I mean, that's the reverse of what I would do, but
Right.
But they clearly have a vision for him because they traded up to get the man.
I mean
what a terrible, like, he's arguably out of this draft the most marketable, like, exciting player next to Ashton Genty. He goes to fucking Jacksonville. The most nothing franchise.
Nice to those people down there. There was a time when Detroit was like that.
Yeah, no, Detroit wasn't this sad. Because at least Detroit was like, I don't know, kind of a cool city. Like, no one knew it unless you went there.
Right.
Like, so they got more shit, but it was undeserved.
That's
like,
fair.
Well, spending time in both of those.
Let me ask you this, Hans.
Nothing.
Detroit doesn't have a hot tub in the stands of Ford Field. What about that?
Yeah, maybe I'm glad they don't. That's probably why they're succeeding now. Jacksonville's pointless. As a city, as a team, they're pointless. I mean, look at that movie Draft Day. They were the joke of that movie. They got fleeced by Kevin Costner.
You showed him.
Like, no one takes you seriously. You're just gonna let that happen?
Yeah, I wonder. Like, I'm not signing off without script approval.
No, how do you accept that? You're the joke. Like, he takes advantage of you. Like, in the climax.
Yeah, it's cool at the very third act heroes moment, and you're gonna make us look like assholes. Yeah, okay, you can use us.
Yep. No good. No good. You can't be a good franchise after that. I'm sorry.
I love that we based our analysis off of what happened in draft day.
After that fucking terrible movie.
What would
hate that
Costner
movie.
do?
I hate that movie. I hate it so much. All right, those are our power rankings, right? I guess.
Sure. Do the clap thing so I can go take care of my new puppy.
All right, yeah, that's all I got. Hopefully, we're supposed to have a guest on to talk about some other teams in the NFC North. We will next week. I'll find a Bears one if they can't commit. Then I have others on deck. So next week we'll talk some Bears off-season draft thoughts and how they stack up into the said NFC North.
Excellent.
Which is what we know and love. So we'll get there. Anything else you got?
No, sir, but it's a pleasure as always.
Always. Yeah.